Uh, when I was born, my mother wanted a girl because she had about 4 boys and no girl, and she wanted a girl. And they brought me over to her, and she was still out from the operation, and they took me back. And after a while, when she woke up and all, they brought me to her. Here's your son. She says, I didn't have a son, I had a daughter. In her fantasy, she thought that I was her daughter. Very strong in her fantasy. My father and everybody had to convince her. But I don't know, most of her life, maybe she didn't believe that. Yeah, and therefore I always was in search of being loved. Maybe that's why I love people so much and care about people and want to be of use to them, and that's why I wrote the commandments. 10 points.
Right, right. So that passion was steered and prompted by a personal experience that you had, and
Well, I didn't think
really,
about it. It
right,
just happened to be in me.
right,
That's why when the girls who worked in our stuff, I mentioned to you, when they came to work, they said, I felt like I'm at home. I love coming to work here. All the men liked working for me. And I just went through life happy.
hmm. Did you feel that you had the opportunity to be a kid? Do you remember being a kid, or were you
Yes,
working so
not
much
much.
that
I don't remember much of my childhood.
you worked to help the family, right?
That's when I was about 13.
Right.
But my childhood, I don't remember.
You don't remember.
Not much.
Right. Well, you're so positive, you want to just think of the good, right? Think of the great things,
No,
or just,
it's not that.
oh,
I would think about good and everything. There's no other way to balance your outlook on life.
right,
You have to see everything.
right. Tell me about your father.
My father was an angel. He was full of love. It's unbelievable. And I saw the picture in the magazine, in the book with the trophy, and I was so mesmerized by it. I said, my father is so proud of me holding a trophy, you know? Then at that point, I began to see my father in a different way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From that. And he was a good man. Every day he'd shine all our shoes, take clothes, made dresses for my sister, everything in the factory.
Wow.
Yeah, when I became a bodybuilder in 17, 18, I began to appear in the newspapers because I won the championships. So when you won the championships, you appeared, the reporters report you won a contest. And some of them had pictures of me. So my father's boss told my father, you know, my daughter is in love with your son, even though she didn't see him. She would like to have a date with him. If you can get your son to go out with my daughter, I will make you the manager of the whole plant. He told my mother that. And she says, why don't you do it? I'm not going to make my son do anything. He'll do what he wants to do.
So what did you do?
Nothing.
Good.
I had a girlfriend, and that was it.
Good. So the love of your father was always present, would you say?
Always, always. My mother would say, you know, I was a tough guy there with my mother because she was tough.
Right.
So, you know, well, I don't want, it's a long story.
Right, right.
So when she couldn't solve a problem with me, I'll talk to your father and he'll explain it to you. So what she can't solve, no matter what she did, all my father had to do was sit down and talk to me for 5 minutes and I changed.
That's great.
Yeah.
Was he patient too? Was
My
he?
father, oh yeah,
Yes.
oh, very patient, very loving, and very full of insight.
Would you say that you received your insight from your father? Is that where you got
Could
it?
be.
Yeah. So what would you say the number one characteristic was that you received from your mother? If you could pick one.
No, to be disciplined,
Mm,
organized, and do your work.
I like that. How about your father?
My father just loved us, and he believed that with love, things will happen.
You clearly show that you are one incredible person, one incredible
I'm not
individual
incredible, it's just an ordinary human being.
with incredible
I
vision.
don't, in some ways, but I don't like anybody singled out
Right.
special. We're all human, we're all the same. We all have great parts in our makeup, bad parts. I may have some good parts, maybe some bad parts as well. So I don't like anybody saying that I'm so special.
So do you feel that at this point in your life you feel that your job is done, or are you
No.
continuing? What's
No.
next?
I'm still working on the magazines.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
going to be working on the internet and so forth.
Wonderful. Well, Joe, I thank you very much. This opportunity is an honor for me to be here today and to be able to speak with you and get to know you more deeply. And is there anything else that you'd like to add or share?
Yeah, I'd like to be interviewed by a beautiful woman.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.